4:30 in the morning grinding. I think I got up at like 5, but you know, that's the life of a hustler, bro.
This episode is sponsored by Ciroc. So, DJ Joe Black.
What's up?
What's good with you?
Just chilling, you know, working.
What's working?
You know, day to day, music thing.
Okay, I feel you. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you from?
Savannah Georgia.
Oh, what brought you to South Carolina?
College.
What school?
Benedict.
That's my alumni.
Yeah, it was mine too.
BCBC.
Yeah, you already know.
What's your major?
Mass communication.
Oh, okay. So you jumped right out and got into it.
Yeah.
All right. What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 09.
Oh, okay. Okay. That football, any kind of sport?
That's what brought me here. Yeah.
Oh, so you was on scholarship? Okay, Coach Washington.
No, John Hendricks.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
Willie Washington.
Yeah. Okay. How did you get into DJing?
I always had a love for music, like being back home, because I don't know if y'all heard of Camouflage. I used to always be around them, my partners and stuff used to be around, so I always had a love for music, but I wasn't a rapper. I never wanted to be a rapper, you know what I mean? But I wanted to do something in the music industry.
So how long you been in the game?
17 years. Yeah.
So what's your most exciting part about DJing?
Seeing the reaction of people when you put like 2 records together, or like a record that's not popular in the people's eyes, and you play it and then they react to it, and you kind of make a record, so breaking a record.
So you said one of your most favorite parts about DJing is the reaction, the crowd's reaction. Is there a specific like genre that you rock with more so than others?
Right now, like I guess in my latter days of the game, I'm starting to become a lot more R&B friendly, but always, of course, the hip hop and rap. That's gonna be my favorite.
Okay.
But I'm liking the R&B stuff right now.
You're a grown man right now.
Well, I mean, that's what's keeping the party going right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and you always want the ladies to dance, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tell me, speaking of ladies, any specific, any loved ones in the house?
Yeah, I got a lady.
How does that work with your DJing? And like as far as balancing, not digging too deep, but you know what I mean?
It's rough.
It's rough.
Yeah, I think it's easier being with somebody who's in the industry versus being with somebody who's out of the industry. Because somebody in the industry will understand the hours and coming in late and having to interact with females.
Right.
Whether it be like a bartender, whoever you in that game with them, you work with your co-workers.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think a person in the industry understands that better versus having someone not. And they kind of don't get it.
Yeah, so I guess communication.
It's definitely.
And being secure.
Yeah, all that.
And children?
Yeah.
How many children you
I
have?
had a little girl,
What's her name?
Kinsey.
Okay. Mean anything special?
Nah, mama just named it that.
How old is Kinsey?
14.
Okay. What does daddy do look like for you?
Now, spending a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? She just texted me saying she needed money for the sewing and the hair and all that stuff. But then it was just, going to, she danced.
Oh, okay. Like when you're ready.
Ballet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like all the recitals and stuff like that. Just being that support. But now it's a lot more cash now. I guess that comes with it. But I love it too.
Awesome. So you're very involved.
Yeah, sure.
That's what's up. I love it. So you spoke about playing football and coming out of Savannah. What does that look like?
Savannah, when I came out of it, is real urban,
Matrix
poverty and stuff like that. I wouldn't specifically say that I was so much into it. I think by the time I came around, my mother still had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So she was kind of getting herself together. And it's a lot of love, I think, in Savannah. It was kind of rough, kind of dangerous. It was a lot of, I think it was high murder back then. But I feel like a place like that prepares you for the world.
That's true. So overall, overall, would you say you had a pretty strong support system?
Yeah. I had a very strong support system. Mother, father. You know, obviously I wasn't married, but you know, my father was there, still there. My mother always was there. Grandparents, friends, you know. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Good. So what about your position in football? What position did you play?
Defensive line.
And that's the position you started as Iheart.
Yeah.
All the way to college days.
All the way to college days.
So you was passionate about it.
Yeah, I like it.
So how did you tell me a little bit about the scholarship? Because I got a softball scholarship at Benedict too on the point route, but like who pushed you or who gave you that oomph to make you want to go to college and, you know, be the best player that you could possibly be to get a scholarship?
My mother, she graduated from Savannah State. She was a teacher, an educator, so she always instilled the education in us. But the Benedict thing came about, it was kind of crazy. Her college roommate at South Carolina State, Coach Jones, Margaret Jones, I don't know if you know her, she was a compliance director when I was there. She probably gone that tall. Her brother is Alex Kinsey, basketball player.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's her brother.
Okay.
So I didn't initially get looked at by Benedict at first. I actually signed a letter of intent with Charleston Southern. That's a Division I school in Charleston. It's a Christian school. So me and like another dude from the area, he didn't go to the same high school I went to, but he went to like a neighboring high school. We took a visit to Charleston Southern, and it was, you know, it was super Christian, super white. And I went to like Beach High School in Savannah, it's like in the hood, but I'm predominantly black. I think the only white person I knew was our kicker and his sister. So it was a big culture shock. And you know, me being I couldn't get with it. So I didn't want to go there. And you know, it was the last minute. It was like you know, signing days in February. I didn't tell my mom I didn't want to do it until like April. So all that was over. And she was like, well, you going to school, you know, you're not staying here. You gotta go to school. She made a call to Miss Jones. And you know, the rest of it, she got with Coach Rob, which was the defensive coordinator at the time. And we just put everything together like that.
That's a great example of it's not what you know, but who you know.
Right.
So you spoke of some of your struggles coming up. You said there were some struggles. What were some of those struggles coming up?
I think it's typical, you know. Mother got, there was two of us in the house, so you know, she was on the teacher's salary, working at Dairy Queen part-time, doing night, making ends meet. My pops was he was there, but you know, like you know, all of us, but you know, as able as he is now. So it was basically all on her, my grandfather and grandmother. So you know, that was a part of the struggle. But I think sports kept us kind of unfocused off of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then as far as like education wise, like we had it's a Georgia high school graduation test that you gotta pass to get out of high school. It's like 5. It's writing, social studies, science, math, and English. And you got 5 times to take it from your junior year to your senior year. You can't walk, you can't get your diploma. And I think it took me 5 times to pass science. But I struggled with that, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is my mother is a science teacher. So I struggled with that. And, that last time, I think the passing score is 500. I made a 502. But I passed everything else like my first time. So, you know, I struggled with that. But it's, you make it through.
Yeah, you definitely did. And excelling in life today.
Yeah.
So you spoke of us. How many siblings is it? How many was in the home growing up?
Me and my brother.
Just you and your brother? Mm-hmm. You're the oldest or?
Youngest.
Okay. So DJ Joe, like, how did you get involved like with the radio station? Like, this is very exciting for me.
Oh, the radio. It was so I was in college and the account executive at the radio station at the time was Frankie B. Brandon Harris, he went to Benedict 2 too, but before me. So, you know, he would, you know, come back and he still, we had the same department teacher, Miss Susan Dugan. So, you know, he was a mass comic, so he would come back and see her sometimes. You know, he come back and see the teacher he liked and stuff like that. And she was like, you know, I got this kid who needed an internship.
I knew you was about to say that.
So we kind of bridged the gap like that. I came in on the accounting side, on the sales side, but you know, I already had a musical background. So when I was able to make my way back to the program director, which was Paiz at the time, you know, I expressed my interest of wanting to get on after I graduated and stuff like that. And, you know, like anybody else, he probably heard that a million times. But one day he called me and was like, we got day 26 coming, I forgot the club, somewhere downtown. I wasn't even old enough to drink yet, so I couldn't even go in the club, but he wanted me to like put up posters and stuff outside the club.
Matrix on the Matrix
did that all down Gervais Street. He came out, he saw it, he was impressed, and he gave me like a part-time job, actually on the payroll, but it was Saturday nights from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. So that would cut out any kind of club DJing I could have did on Saturday night. And you know, as a DJ, Saturday is the biggest night, the weekend, it's the money night. But I knew long term what I wanted, so I had to sacrifice that for like a year. I couldn't do no Saturday gigs, none. Because at the time you had to physically be in a radio station. Somebody had to physically be there, and the next person came in was the morning person. So I had to do that, and you know, I did it and just worked my way up.
So you did your entire 120 hours internship at one location?
Yeah. It was Clear Channel at the time, it was Iheart now. So yeah, at one location.
That's awesome. So why, I mean, maybe you can't answer this question, but why you, like, out of, because it wasn't just you, were you the only intern?
Nah, it was a few of us, there was a few females and all that, so that's a good question. I guess I did outwork them.
To work it?
Yeah.
So you pretty much went from promotion,
Matrix on the
has no applies, to where you are today.
Yeah.
And what's your position today?
The assistant program director at the radio station now.
It sounds good. I feel like you got rappers and stuff. That's a nice name.
This is a title. There's a lot more to go. It's just a title. But yeah, I went from there to there.
Okay, you real humble now.
Matrix on the
I like it. I like it. Let's toast it. Let's go ahead. Elevation.
Yeah.
Street capital. You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So who's some of the hottest artists right now up and coming?
Right now,
In your opinion?
it's a kid by the name of FLM Juice. He out of Charlotte.
Matrix
He moving around pretty good. He got some good records. NBT WAP out of Newberry. He definitely got one of the biggest records in South Carolina right now. I think that you should tap in with him.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, Mr. He always gonna be doing his thing. Mr. Mac, he's been doing his thing forever. He like South Carolina's Lil Bootsy. You know, he constantly dropping. He real consistent with it. I think he got a genuine fan base. You put him on the flyer, the whole city coming out.
Who are some of the females, some of the hottest females in the area?
Female-wise, I haven't gotten too many female records that came my way lately. It's I don't know if they're out of Charleston or not, but it's Raquel and Poison.
Okay.
They moving as far as on the female tip. They moving real heavy. And if I'm forgetting anybody, I apologize, but that's basically it.
Are you spinning any of the people on the all of them?
Yeah, all of them. I'm supporting all of them. Everybody out his name, I'm supporting.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to getting out in the community, are you involved?
Yeah, well, you know, that's one thing. Well, you know, we got to. It's I don't want to say it about default because you know I'm not help when I can anyway. But you know, it's a certain amount of communication. Community service events we got to do as a radio station. And then as far as with my fraternity, they do a lot of that too.
That was my next question. You just took it out. So I was about to ask, are you a part of a fraternity being that you went to Benedict? And if so, which one?
Omega.
Okay. So other than DJing, what else you got going on?
A lot. You know, I got the club, Rose Gold. Me and my partner, Jason, both of them named Jason.
Really?
Yeah.
How coincidental is that?
It's crazy.
So when you say Jason, both of them look.
We got one, Big Jason and Little Jason.
Oh, okay.
We got to kind of break it down a little bit because it was getting too confusing.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I got them. Jason Sanders actually used to own like all the clubs I DJ'd at coming up. So it's real weird how that worked. You know, Levels downtown, well, it was Rio's on Main Street, and from Rio's I went to Levels, and from Levels I went to Crush. He actually owned those clubs, and he was hiring me to DJ. I was doing college night with DJ Frosty. And we just stayed friends, you know what I'm saying? We just stayed friends, and then he had the Black Pearl, and then he went to Houston for a while and started doing some things, and then came back here with an opportunity. And by that time, I kind of got myself situated where I could have made some investment moves and stuff like that. And he brought it to me in 2018, and it's 2023, so I said, you're doing all right.
So how's the club ownership like? Because I mean,
It's totally different. It's a completely different aspect of the business. But it's good to know the DJ aspect, but it's a lot more political involvement, paperwork, a lot of managing, you know, so it's definitely different. I put on a different hat with that one, but I look at life as experience, so you know, daily evolution. So at least I can say I did it, you know what I mean?
you definitely continuing to grow.
Yeah, trying to.
Are there other things that in the future that we can look forward to seeing coming from you?
Yeah.
Like what?
I'm gonna keep it anonymous right
Oh, okay. Everybody just gonna pop out with it. Okay. Wow. So, Rose Gold, that's the only club that you have part ownership in at the moment.
Yeah.
Are you looking to?
Probably not no more in the nightlife. It's a lot. You know, so I'm gonna ride till the wheels fall off. But it's gonna get some other stuff coming. You know?
Okay.
Getting old, kind of like to be home at night, you know?
Okay.
I don't want to be in the club with my daughter in the club, you know what I mean?
That is true. Right. That's true. That's a bad one. Tell the world where they can find you. What's your social media platforms?
At The Real DJ Joe Black, and that's on everything.
Okay.
It's Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, you said everything. Yeah, just making sure.
And the radio station, 100.1 The Beat, and that's at The Beat Columbia.
A token of appreciation for coming out today.
I appreciate
Let
it.
the world see what you got going on below it.
Lord. Yeah, okay. I'm official now. Got t-shirts. Straight capital, like what you got on.
Yeah, we're gonna be twins.
Twins.
Coming to Rose Gold.
Yeah,